Tonight, from Memphis, Tennessee, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. Jordan Love and the Memphis Egyptians versus Joe Burrow and the Oklahoma City Nighthawks.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Oklahoma City Nighthawks and the Memphis Egyptians. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And in some ways, he's awfully fortunate to get another shot right here in these playoffs because he wasn't particularly sharp in the wild card victory. The ball ended up in the hands of the opponents a few too many times when he threw it. It goes without saying in this one, cannot give the ball away. If he does, the road's going to end right here for him and his team.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out
and Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Geno Atkins able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Joe. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Geno Atkins, his second sack of the night. What a great job getting pressure here on the first drive. 3 plays and already 2 sacks.
And that pressure has been intense right from the beginning. And I'm telling you, if they don't make an adjustment in play calling and protection, it'll go from intense to relentless.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. From just shy of midfield, Love. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Love looking to throw it. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here's big. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Caught, Kelsey, left side. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Carroll. But he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. Love's throw here complete to Kelsey. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Going back to Love. That's into a crowd and intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Here we go. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Big 13. Big 13.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow flushed out right. Ooh, with a juke. And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the 1st down.
Not sure how you feel about it, but to me, I think we're seeing it in front of our eyes. This league continues to change. Look at the moves you ordinarily get from a running back from the quarterback position.
Yeah, that's like a Le'Veon Bell type move right there, but you're exactly right. The game's kind of evolving in that way, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the quarterback is rapidly becoming an extra running back as well.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd down and another run with Edmonds. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Five yards remain on 2nd down. Here's Love. It's Kelsey on the ground.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Love from the gun. And this one is incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing. Love. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Randall Cobb. 51 yards. And the Egyptians have moved out in front. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. That time a 6-play drive. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Marcus May with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. Well, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them, because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
Following the interception, Love. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. To throw now. Here's Love. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. But plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Distance wasn't the problem, but he did need some help from the right upright, and he got it a little kiss and in.
Yeah, unfortunately caught on the inside of the upright, and that pushed it through. This isn't like a baseball foul pole where you hit any part of it and it counts. It's got to go through the post. If he hits it on the outside, that's no good.
Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. He has not had the game that he envisioned. His team has not had the game that they've envisioned here. So how do they turn this around now?
But right now, what he's looking forward to doing is finding a way to get the added weight on his back. Is it like that monkey that Steve Young was talking about? Remember that in the Super Bowl?
Oh, the 95 Super Bowl.
Right, when they beat the Chargers, and, he had that weight of expectations and past greats on his back. In this case, it's just bad play. Can he shake it off and then be able to play loose and free and help his team out?
See if he can do just that. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
On 3rd down, Burrow. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Burrow's throw taken in by Ridley here. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. To the air again, Burrow. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Geno Atkins bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. That goes out wide to Murray. And they'll get him down short of the 1st down, right on the 10-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Boswell's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the 1st half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. That's complete to Cobb. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round Weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful Divisional Round weekend. Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Now a give here to Pollard. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Now the defense going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. And what would you say? Is it the offensive line that has caused a lot of this pressure to get back there?
That's always the first place that you have to look to see what's going on, but part of it is so difficult to simulate this type of pass rush in practice because the speed, the ferocity, the quickness, some of the change-ups and how they get at the quarterback that you may not.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on here to punt it away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return.
Jordan Love in this offense, ready to get the football back.
He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's NFC Divisional Round game. And you can see the result there. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
They go bootleg. Love. Open man, here's Cobb. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. First down, going to the air with Love. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Love. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Randy Gregory.
credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Love. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 3rd and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. Love now. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And Suckup will put this one right through. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Here we go.
To Edmonds on the toss. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. He's got Jack Doyle, and they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big connection on that one, 30 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And it's complete, right back to Ridley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Now it's Burrow. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Burrow. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And out of bounds right around the 20. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And Boswell's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Love. He finds his man, complete. That's Carroll. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Second and 11. Working out of the gun. Love. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, Love. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Run for Pollard. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Love now to pass on 1st down. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Succop's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Being chased out left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Burrow looking to pass. He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Now it's Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Getting set to go again on the offensive side, Randall Cobb works his way back onto the field. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. They'll run left with Pollard. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble. Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. From the 44, Love on the slant, complete to Hopkins. Run play action. Love to throw. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First down, Love to pass. It's Kelsey on the grab. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Down right around the 25. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Here's Pollard again. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He will push his way down to about the 14. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Pollard. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Pollard. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here's Love. And he's got it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night, everybody.